Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Ask an Action Coach. I'm Joseph Muenich. I work in business development at ActionCOACH of Wisconsin. I am here as always with Jackie Zach, and Jackie is a certified business and executive coach with ActionCOACH of Wisconsin. Jackie, I heard from Andy on Facebook. He has a huge goal and he will know when he hits it, but he said he feels momentum and like he's on his way, but he's not absolutely sure. And he was wondering, what can I do to know that I'm on the right track?
Oh, Andy, excellent question. Because how many of you are in the same boat as Andy, right? So the very first step I would say is, are your goals smart, right? Read your goal. So if you have a year goal, a 90-day goal, look at your goal and is it smart? And SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, results driven, and time. There's a time frame on it. Yeah. As an example, if you have a goal that says, I want to increase my revenue, I want to increase my revenue. Okay. If you increase it by a penny, you've increased it. But if you say something like, I want to increase my revenue 20% year over year by March 31st, 2021. That's very specific. So anybody who reads it knows what it is you're trying to achieve. It's measurable, right? Because whatever it was, you want it to be 20% more. It's achievable. Well, that's completely up to you. Results driven, right? Does it get you where you want to go? Does it get you where you 1 quarter closer to your goal for this year, 1 quarter closer to your 5-year goal? Does it get you where you want to go? And I said by March 31st, which will give you there's a time limit on it, right? So that this is when you want to achieve it. So that would be the very first thing. Check to see if your goals are smart. The second thing, if you don't know what to test and measure, I'm going to give you 5 things that we call our 5 ways that will help you get started. So the first thing is you want to measure the number of leads that are coming into your business. And it's not just one source, it's from everywhere. Phone calls, email, Facebook, LinkedIn, wherever they're coming from, you want to start to test and measure them. And a lead, the way I define a lead is somebody who raises their hand and says, this is, I want to learn more. I want to find out more about what you do. Then the next one is conversion rate. So how many of those leads convert into customers? That's something I would think you want to know. Then a number of transactions. How often does somebody buy from you? Are they buying from you once a year, once every 5 years, every week? How often are people buying from you? Because we often think they buy from us, weekly, when in reality, it may be monthly, quarterly, we don't know. But to know that is really important because then you can improve on it. And then every time they buy from you, how much are they spending on average? And a lot of what I hear a lot of people say, well, some people spend $20, some people spend $5,000. Well, you're getting an average for right now for your business in total. You can break those up at some point, but do you have more $20 people or more $5,000 people? That's what your average dollar sale is going to help you decide. And then from there, you can improve on it. And what's the profit margin percent? So as an example, how much, it's really about how much do you get to keep when it's all said and done. So if you're not tracking anything, track leads, conversion rate, number of transactions, average dollar sale, and profit margin. And the next thing is, what else do you want to know, right? Do you want to know how happy your employees are? There's a way to test and measure that. How happy your clients are. Your net promoter score would be a way to test and measure that. How quickly are inquiries being answered, right? How quickly is the phone being answered? How quickly is the turnaround when somebody emails you? That kind of thing. That might be something you want to test and measure, right? You talked about, Joseph, you mentioned things about getting better deals on stuff, right?
Sure, sure. I mean, like, how much are you paying for your internet?
Yep.
Or what does it cost you if your internet goes down for a day? Could you be renegotiating your copier contract? Or are there other vendors out there that you could be looking at? Things like that.
Right. So there's lots of things that you can put numbers on, even if you think you can't. You
Yep.
can. There's a number, you can come up with a number for everything. It's just about being creative about it, right?
Yep.
But once you know your numbers, you can start to improve them.
Yep.
So right now, if you're afraid to look at your numbers, rip the Band-Aid off and take a look, because the second you know what they are is the second we can start to improve them.
Thank you
So
so
ways
much,
to take,
Jackie.
yeah. So if you're going to take action, first couple steps, first thing, review your goals. Are they smart?
Yep.
Second one, start to test and measure your 5 ways. Those are the 2 things that you can start doing right today that'll help you get started on this journey of testing and measuring.
I love how confident you are, Jackie, when you talk about those 5 ways and those 5 things you can measure in your business. And I know that comes from you measuring them in your own business when you were a business owner.
Yes.
And folks, if you're out there thinking, I don't know where to even begin, let me tell you a secret. It's a lot easier to do this when you have a coach across the desk or across the Zoom room from you, asking the right questions to help you get to those numbers. And you can do that right now. You can set up a session with Jackie. We will complimentary sit down with you and go through your 5 ways numbers and help you start to test and measure. All you got to do is click on the link above. It'll take you to our landing page where you can fill out a form, and then we'll be in touch to set up your complimentary coaching session. Thank you again, Jackie. I love talking to you about taking action, and this week testing and measuring. It's something we can all do. So thank you so much.
Awesome.